Here are some really fun upper body exercises that also include some great challenge for your trunk. And we call them resisted punches. The thing I'm going to ask you not to do is get all fired up about the punch part and start moving fast until you learn to control it slowly. Now there's a lot of variations, so pay close attention. We're going to start with the arm initially in position number 8, which is pretty low angle as you can see. Now Josh has grabbed the handle with an overhand grip. So basically the cable is coming from under his arm. So he's going to just start with it by his side down there, and he's going to do a kind of a reach to the front, so his hand's starting from his side but ending up towards the center of his body. So going up and to the center. And you can, as you come down, Josh, you can even bring your arm down. Yeah, so you can just, with the pulley down that low, you can move more down and then up into the center. Down and up into the center. That's a fun one. So remember his hand position there, position number 8, that's the first variation. This next variation, just moving out to number 7, he can still have the same overhand grip, but this time, you notice when I moved to number 7, the pulley got wider. So he can start to allow for that by going more across. Now notice every time he does this, he's turning his whole torso and everything. So there's a little bit of up and a little bit of across as dictated by the line of the cable. It's a great exercise. I'm going to recommend that you do these exercises one side at a time. So he could be just finishing all on this side and then moving to the next side, or have both in his hands, but don't do them at the same time. You could alternate them like this. This allows you to get the rotation, because if you move both at the same time, you're not going to get the trunk rotation that's such a great part of this exercise. Let me show you what it looks like from the next position, number 6 here. All you can see as the pulley gets a little higher, there will be less up to the motion, but it gets wider, so there's going to be more across to the motion. He's also changed his hand position here, so he's going out, and you can go across a bunch. There you go. Look at that great trunk rotation associated with that. And he's not moving exceptionally fast. Nice and control is the key. One more for these across type motions, and I'll show you. This is almost purely straight across, almost all the trunk rotation. He's reaching clear past the level of his other shoulder over here in terms of how far he's twisting. Does that feel good?
Oh, yeah.
Notice he's sitting straight up the whole time. He's not slouching on any of these. And that is so important when you're doing rotations with the trunk, is keeping that posture, just like your mom told you a long time ago. So look, now we've come up one. And as soon as this starts getting above the height of the shoulder, for Josh, position number, I think it's number 4, starts getting above his shoulder, he starts pressing downward. So as the pulley goes above you, the angle of motion starts to go down, so it's down and across. And the final one we're going to do, position number 3, is a lot of down to it along with his crossing motion. So review those carefully before you start to address these exercises, because the angle of the adjustable arm totally affects the angle of the cable, which will totally dictate how you should move in terms of up versus down versus across.